So real quick, I want to revisit those 2 top wrist locks that we did on last week. Sorry, going by so fast, I don't even know what day it is. So we landed in side control. So we're gonna go top wrist lock. We're just gonna focus on the technique itself. Then we'll move, like Wednesday, we'll do more setups for them. So just easy top wrist lock, grabbing his wrist. I like to go full thumb on this one. Some people will tell you not to. Find your own way there. Okay, I like full thumb on this one here. And then we're gonna throttle his wrist away. So let me start over. Lots of details. Grab the underside of his wrist with my full hand. I want his arm at a 90-degree angle or shallower. Okay, and my wrist comes through, palm up to slide through, grab your own wrist. I like this elbow to be on the mat and pressuring his head away as I throttle his wrist. And then I can just bring everything in tight. I didn't even have to lift his elbow. So he's at a 90-degree or less. Full thumb on the bottom side of his wrist. Gripping my own wrist watch. Throttling his wrist away as I bring everything in tight. I didn't have to lift his elbow at all. You'll see a lot of people want to do the wrist lock, top wrist lock like this and then lift the elbow. It's a lot of work. Bring everything in tight, throttle away from you, and then just bring it in. A lot less movement, a lot less work. And what also helps with that is this elbow pushing his head away. So I'm not just putting this on the mat. I'm using everything against him. Then throttling, that's it. Okay? I don't ever do this lifting stuff on a top wrist lock. Bring it in and tight and just throttle. And then, so we looked at that one, and then one from here. So if he's like pushing against us, we're grabbing his hand, turning it out as we bring it down. And this is going to prevent him from punching out. Like, try to punch out. He's not going anywhere because I have his wrist and arm completely compromised. And then same thing. Okay? So this one, we're grabbing the top and the meat of his hand right here. So if he's pushing against me, I take that here, turn it out, drive it to the mat. His body is shifting all over the place because it sucks. Get to the same position, push his head away, just bring everything in tight. And then you can wrist lock him from there too. Okay, just revisit those for like 3 minutes, then we're gonna look at the double wrist lock on the other side. Okay, this should be a review for everybody. I think everybody was here last week. All right, let's get it. 1, 2, 3. Top wrist lock is his hand is pointing up to the top. The double wrist lock is if his hand is pointing down. Very similar mechanics. So we're going to grab the top of his wrist on this one, and then this one's going to come below and grab our wrist. For this one, I don't like the thumb, full thumb. I like to, I don't know, monkey or gorilla grip this one. So, and again, bring everything in tight. And then the Jiu-Jitsu, like old school way of thinking, is to step over the head and bring everything up like this. Double wrist lock is different. So when we get here, we bring everything in tight again. We're sprawled on our feet heavy. We're gonna walk 2 steps towards his head, and then our knee is gonna go against his face. Right there. Shoe off the mat, and then lift. Okay? A lot less room. We'll bring everything in tight. We're sprawled. 1, 2. Right there. Not stepping over and giving all this room. Bring everything in tight. Over here. 1, 2. Drop our hip a little bit. Knee on his face. Right there. You can even just practice submitting him with just that. Okay? And then start doing the shoulder lock too. Make it super sucky.
And then you're still throttling his wrist forward and bring his hand in?
You can do all that too. Again, same thing, we're grabbing.